Hello, good evening and welcome, ladies and Guy Fawkes, because, of course, tonight is Bonfire Night, Guy Fawkes Night 2020. Oh, if only there was a way that we could remember that date easily, some kind of mnemonic that would help us to recall that specific date. Anyway, so tonight we have got, as you can probably see, a Nevada Les Paul copy, basically. So, usual sort of script, I'll have a bit of a play, you can have a bit of a listen, and then you can see what you think, and then I shall walk you around it. So, let's get cracking. So that was the rhythm position. I will explain more to you about this guitar in just a moment, but we'll have a little listen to the pickups first. Sounds sweet, n'est-ce pas? Finally, so we did the neck or rhythm position first, then we've just done the centre now, and now we shall do the treble. Do you know what? Okay, let's have a little look around it and I will tell you where this came from. So, I'll start by telling you that this guitar belongs to the Reverend Dr. Ben, who is a jolly nice chap and lives in my locale. And he asked me to take a look at it because it was not behaving. Let me move you over here and then you can have a little better look at this. So, Nevada. Have you heard of them? No. Now, he did say to me that it was a Tanglewood. It is not a Tanglewood. Tanglewood do a guitar called a Nevada, but that's a Strat. It's called the FTS3XPY bother, or something along those lines. This is I don't know. Now, let's have a look at it. So what we've got is, of course, we've got a Gibson-alike headstock. We have Goto-alike tuners. They are not Goto tuners, that I can tell you. We have a bolt-on neck. Very, very, very nice binding, and a beautiful maple veneer. Not a maple cap, it's a maple veneer. In fact, the body is, I should think, either agathis or basswood, having whipped out one of the pickups. Just have a look, see what's going on. So, yes, I'm guessing agathis or basswood body with a maple veneer, binding front and back, a little bit like a Gibson custom shop pancake style body, I would say, with that binding front and rear, and really, really, really nice. Check that out. 5-ply. Have we got that? Yeah, that's better. 5-ply. Okay, so that's nice. We have neck binding. The nib ends aren't done, which is always a joy for me. I am not a fan of nib end binding. Strangely enough, neither was Les Paul, I read very recently. And the binding goes right the way around the headstock, which is really, really nice. These are certainly budget guitars. How do they do that? How do they do that for the dough? It astonishes me. Anyways, so you've got two decent humbuckers in there. I whipped the which one did I take out? I took one of them out. Thinking about it, I think I took the treble one out, but it said R. Anyway, there you go. But yeah, two decent humbuckers, or whatever they're called, two decent humbuckers, and I can tell you they are not wax potted, because if you leave it for long enough, you will get some screaming feedback, and that actually is a feature that many people like an awful lot. You got block inlays on the fretboard, which is almost certainly rosewood. Now, this did put me very, very, very much in mind of some of the 70s Les Paul copies that you may or may not have seen on the channel, but it's not 70s. It's not 70s. I don't think that it's Japan. It might be, but I don't think it is. I would rather suspect that it's China and slightly more recent. There is another one of these that you'll see on another channel called, and it's a great channel, he's a great guy, Fret Friend, and he fixed one up and he put EMGs in it and messed about with it and made it hot and sexy, and it is now actually for sale on Reverb in a blue burst, which, and I've got to tell you, the finish is just astonishing. This, of course, is a more traditional cherry burst finish, but isn't it nice? Isn't it nice? With all the gold hardware and the black speed knobs, and 22 frets and scratch plates and all that kind of thing. And round the back here, of course, we've got the bolt-on neck, but a jolly nice, I assume, maple neck, and that is, yeah, that's kind of pretty much it really. But when it came to me, poor old Reverend Ben says it won't play down at the bottom end. Unfortunately, the truss rod is at the slackest end of its travel. But anyway, we've just given it a bit of a, you know, waved the old magic, the Roxy magic wand over it, and we've made it play quite nicely. Very, very good for your cowboy chords and all that kind of thing. So that is more or less the story for this instrument. They are certainly budget instruments. There are a few for sale at the moment. If, as I say, if they were 70s guitars, we would have heard of these by now. So I rather suspect that these are quite, and the tuners, you see, they're a giveaway as well. They are, I would say, very, very recent. Well, certainly within the last 10 years. They do look like Chinese Goto styles, but all in all, a very lovely looking and now a very playable instrument. It plays well and it sounds great. So if you are looking for a budget Les Paul alike and you pick one of these up, I would certainly recommend it. And if it doesn't play to your satisfaction, and I know that I say this every time, but if it doesn't play to your satisfaction, take it to your local chap, especially Fret Friend if you're living in the Derbyshire area. He's very, very good. All right, that's it from me. Thank you ever so much for watching. Again, it's always a joy to see you, and it's adios amigos. Ta-ra.